Hola,
¿Cómo te llamas?
Alison.
¿Y por qué te gusta la escuela?
Porque es muy bonito aprender.
¿Y cuál materia te gusta más?
Lengua,
Lengua también. ¿Por qué?
porque es muy divertido.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Nicole,
¿Y qué, qué grado?
tercero A,
¿Y por qué te gusta la escuela?
porque, porque aprendo, porque vengo. mm,
These are the responses of children that are fortunate enough to attend school in Nicaragua. Most school children here must pay for school uniforms, books, and materials. In some schools, children must also pay for cleaning supplies, the facility's electric bills, and additional teacher salaries. In a few instances, the government selects schools to sponsor. The children in those schools usually receive free supplies, vaccines, and food. But at the majority of schools, high fees prevent most parents from sending their children to class, especially when they could be working to make money for the family instead.
Obviously, money is very important to the families because it allows them to live. So if a family doesn't have income, the children won't have all the materials they need for school.
I traveled to the cities of Managua and Granada to get a first-hand look at Nicaragua's challenges when it comes to education. My first stop was La Esperanza Granada, an organization that runs several schools and focuses on educational programs for economically disadvantaged kids. The program is run by volunteer coordinator Donald Alonso and supports about 1,500 kids by providing materials that help both teachers and students.
In terms of the public schools, the most significant shortcoming, or rather, the biggest problem, is the study tools, such as books, pencils, erasers, etc. The greatest benefit to the students is to have the material they need. You could say the government is a little more involved in education at the moment, but they still are not giving major support. We usually help out with books and can provide pencils and erasers. We might take 10 books into a classroom and give them to the children who need them.
Though some schools offer advanced courses using computers that give children opportunities for the future, money for their family often ends up becoming a bigger priority over taking these courses.
For a family, if they have to choose between spending their money on food or school, they're going to eat first and not study because that's how it works.
Alonso believes that giving people school materials that they need is better than giving them money.
We have a public high school scholarship program because out of 10 children who might finish elementary school, only 4 of them will go to high school and 6 will begin to work. So we created a high school scholarship program where we give them a uniform, materials, excursions throughout the year, and visits to the optician and dentist.
A ver, vean para acá. Para acá. Tenemos dos tipos de colores, ¿ah? Las vocales y qué están abajo. Las vocales y qué color están.
Another factor, according to the National Confederation of Nicaraguan Education Workers, Nicaraguan teachers are the lowest paid educators in Central America.
For example, an elementary school teacher in El Salvador would earn $600, whereas we get less than $300. We need more money to pay for our basic food requirements, like beans, rice, and oil in order to live just a little bit better.
He feels this way even after the government raised the monthly salary of education workers in 2015 to about $239. La Carita Feliz is a program that provides classes and meals for youth in Granada. 750 children are enrolled in the classes here, from kindergarten up to the second year of high school. The program offers free, unique classes such as bracelet making.
We have a teacher here who gives classes on bracelet making. The idea is for the children to learn how to make the bracelets and later to sell them. And by selling the bracelets, the children can generate extra income for their families.
That extra income can mean the difference between being able to afford a backpack or even attend school.
At La Carita Feliz, the founder, Mr. Collin, buys all the materials such as paper and pens. In other places, parents have to buy books, etc. If they are not working, unfortunately, the children won't go to class, or the parents prefer the children to go out and sell things because they are not given free education.
In Managua, I met the staff of Ciela Vida, another program that teaches bracelet making.
We have children here who are experts now and can sell the bracelets to earn money and buy their uniforms and shoes.
Quiero aprender a hacer, pues, ¿Por qué? Para aprender si quiero comprar mis cosas, pues.
Ciela Vida is a system of shelters that brings boys who are raised by drug-addicted parents or who are drug addicts themselves off the streets and helps them complete elementary school.
A lot of them come with a poor academic background because their families don't have the support and they haven't even passed first grade. Some children come here without being able to read or write at all.
Juana Gutierrez doesn't think school's out of reach for most families. She believes that the problem lies within parents who don't support their children.
It's not such a big problem because the government even donates backpacks to the children the first few grades, as well as books, pencils, erasers, and coloring pens. So I don't see it as such a great problem, although maybe it's a problem for children in high school because those things can be expensive and there aren't so many donations. Their parents have to pay for them.
Money is not an issue at Villa Dignidad in Managua, one of the schools sponsored by the government.
The government has been focusing on improving the quality of education in Nicaragua. Some of the things we have achieved are the building of the center and the recruitment of more teachers. They have given priority to this community and donated things such as textbooks. A month ago, they gave all preschool and elementary children a backpack. They also provide meals for the children to supplement their nutrition because some children come here having not eaten. They send rice, beans, cereals, and tortillas. They have also provided desk materials.
But even with free enrollment, free supplies, and free food at this public school, many do not attend in order to work for their families.
There are some children who stop coming because their parents don't have jobs and they are the only source of help. Lots of children give up school to go sell. I often meet with the teachers to monitor attendance and with a team of politicians who we have a good relationship with. We have a district visitation plan for all the children who stop coming here.
To help decrease the number of kids that skip school to work, a group of family and friends created the Pulsera Project. Bracelets for the Pulsera Project are made in Nicaragua and are sent to the headquarters in South Carolina, where the project then distributes them to schools across the U.S., including Los Angeles, where they are sold for $5 a piece. The funds are then sent back to Nicaragua to provide a source of income for the artisans and groups that help students.
Nobody pays us the price that the Pulsera Project pays us here. It is incomparable to what we would be paid by a retailer or an individual buyer who wouldn't even pay us $1.
The money from the project's sales has helped most of the artisans send their own children to school.
My 6-year-old son is in the 2nd grade. He also wants to learn how to make bracelets because he likes it, but I've told him that first he has to study. The project helps us buy the school materials such as books, as well as everything else they need, like food.
It's helped me a lot because I can afford to pay the monthly school material fees, buy the books they need, and for them to eat at school. The Pulsera Project has helped me in that sense because both my children can have a good education.
Some artisans have even sent themselves to school with the money from the bracelets.
I'm 25 years old. I learned to weave when I was 10 or 11 years old, and since then I've been making all types of bracelets. I like to work for the Pulsera Project because it has been a big help to my family, not just for me, but for everybody involved with it. It has helped us improve our lives, and a lot of us have been able to finish school.
Aimee Mercado lives in a room that lacks enough beds to fit all 6 people in her family. Along with her mother and sisters, she spends a lot of her time making pulseras. She spends the rest of her time getting an education using the scholarship that the Pulsera Project granted her.
The project has helped me since I began my first year. They have paid my enrollment and helped me with all the books I need. I've only got 1 year left before I finish.
She is now pursuing a law degree. Aimee is a success story. But the success of the Pulsera Project is completely dependent upon the collaboration between youth and teachers and artisans in North and Central America.
Not everyone in America, but a lot of people in America are born into privileged circumstances, and without seeing other people's reality, it's hard to put that in context and understand how fortunate you are, and also understand how other people, with no fault of their own, were born into much less fortunate circumstances. And the Pulsera Project is a window into that reality.
We really appreciate the fact that they buy the bracelets because thanks to them and their help, we're in a better position. The Pulsera Project has sold about 300,000 bracelets and has raised over $1.5 million, all of it going to Nicaraguans who want an education.
Para aprender y escribir.
¿Pero por qué?
Porque es bonito hacer la prueba.